and try to get in here and change this oil pressure switch. Right down there. See it right there. It's a 2014 Town & Country, the 3.6 liter V6, and the oil pressure switch has gone bad, so I'm like dinging all the time. So got a new oil pressure switch, we're going to put it in. We're going to have to remove the battery just because it's going to make it a little easier to get into that spot back there. Alright, battery's out. There are 3 bolts holding it in. There was one on here, one through here, one through here. I had to use a swivel to get in there, but there's clips on this right here. You can pop that up out of the way. Otherwise it'll trap your swivel as it unscrews. So now we need to get back there. And that's it right there. The one without the red on it, it's that one right there. We're gonna pop that off so we can get our socket back in there and pull it out. It takes an 1/16" socket, deep well, in order to get that thing in there. So old one's out. Here's the new one. Should come with thread locker already on it. Ordered this from Mopar. It's about $35. There are cheaper ones out there, but I figured I might as well go with the approved stuff. It's an OEM replacement. So we unplugged it and then took it out of that hole right there. If you get an 1/16" deep well socket, it will fit. You got to wiggle it in underneath all of these wires right here. Get underneath all them wires, and you can get back there on it, and it'll come right out. That's where it goes. We're going to go ahead and put the new one in now. There's no need to put any thread locker on it. It's already on there. And we'll just take that bad boy. What we're going to do is hand thread it in first. Get it going. Once we're satisfied that it's going in straight and clean, we'll go ahead and put this bad boy on it. It's an 1/16" deep well socket. I got it. It's a Duralast, because what you run into is the problem is on the inside of it. Has that little lip on the inside of it, and it'll catch on here, so the socket won't go on straight. It'll be kind of crooked, so you don't want to try to install it that way with the socket, because you could cross thread it. So always put it in by hand manually, screw it in. Once you get good, you're confident that it's going in right, then you can put the 1/16" socket on it and go ahead and tighten it down, plug it in. Should fix your problem. So let's go ahead and install this bad boy. Okay, I went ahead and hand threaded it. Felt like it caught pretty good. Started going in straight, which is good. It starts getting a little tough to hand turn, but that's only because of the thread locker on it. But you'll notice it within the first few turns that you got it in there right. If it starts off being hard to turn at the beginning, pull it back out and start over, because it's only brass and it can cross thread very, very easily. So now that we got that on there, I'll try to get this 1/16" socket on there and tighten her down. That took a little wiggling and convincing, but we got it on there. Let's see if I can get a good shot of it. Woo, finger. Okay, there it is. It's on there now, so you can go ahead and, it's kind of hard to see because I got the extension in the way, but I got it on there with a swivel, a little 1/2" swivel on there. Go ahead and put the ratchet on the end of it and tighten it down. Remember, it is brass, so you know, turn it. It's going to be a little tough to turn because you're working the thread locker, but when it starts getting real snug and tight, you want to stop because, like I said, it is brass, and you will cross-thread it in there, and then you're going to be in a world of shit trying to ever get one back out or replace it again. But it seems to be going in pretty smooth and pretty well right there. So we're going to go ahead and tighten it down the rest of the way. So we got it in and tight, plugged it back in, and you see the clip is over there on the side, not on the top like when we took it out originally. But that's alright, you'll still be able to wiggle your fingers down in there and unplug it if necessary. Dodge was smart, they didn't put one of those little sliding clips like on that red one there. You gotta pop that little clip out before you can remove that plug, so that's kind of a pain in the butt. But they didn't do it on that one because this part is a piece of junk and it needs to be replaced often, so they made it kind of easy on you. So even if it's on the side like that, you'll still be alright. But went ahead and tightened it down. Not too much, but it's in there. It's all the way in there. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and put the battery back in. The battery bucket back in. Put the battery in, connect it up, and see if our oil warning light goes away. Bucket's back in and secure. We got 1, 2, 3 bolts. Hold this bad boy in. And you're going to have a wire connected here, one right there, one right there. Those just pop out with a screwdriver or, like, you know, needle nose pliers. You grab this in and kind of wiggle it and it'll come right out. Nothing else major holding it in. Just gotta make sure that goes back on top of here when the bolt goes through it. Other than that, your battery bucket's back in. We're ready to go ahead and slide the battery back in here. Like I was saying before, this box, as you loosen this one, your swivel's going to hit this right as you backing out. So what you can do is there's 4 little tabs right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You pinch those tabs, you can move this whole box up and down. I'm not wanting to move right now, but I think one of the tabs, yeah, see, there we go. You disconnect the tabs, you can lift up on this box a little bit, give you more room to work with down there. But all that's back in, so we're gonna go ahead and put the battery back in now. So the issue was that the check engine light was on. So we went to Dodge dealership and they put a code reader on it and they said that the oil pressure switch was bad. So we just changed the oil pressure switch and no more check engine light. So that fixed that. Too easy. About $35 for the part. I think it was $7 for the ratchet, 1 1/16" deep well ratchet socket, and about 20-30 minutes of my time, and done. Check engine light is gone. Hope it helped. And a lot of people have videos out there where they tear apart the entire intake off the top of the engine just to get to that freaking thing, but you don't have to do that. The way I just showed you, quick and easy, and it works. So hope it helped. See you next time. So one last thing real quick. The tools used for this job: 10 mil for your positive terminal on your battery, 12 mil for your negative terminal. Why they did that, I do not know. 1/2 inch takes out all the bolts for your battery bucket and loosens the battery clamp bolt. Then you have 1 inch and a 1/16 inch, 1 1/16 inch deep well socket for the sensor itself. Got a swivel, 10-inch extension, a little 3/8 extension there, 2 sockets, wrenches that I used, needle nose pliers, and I think I used a flathead screwdriver in there somewhere. But that's it. There should be all the tools you need to replace your oil pressure sensor switch in a 2014 Chrysler Town & Country minivan with a 3.6 liter V6.